Kelsey Plum had to take a dig at Caitlin Clark.
She was taking a shot, Caitlin Clark situation.
Situation Deem had went viral.
Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Caitlin Clark got a little get back at Kelsey Plum.
But why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark shut down Kelsey Plum and didn't even need to raise her voice. After Plum threw shade at the All-Star game, Clark clapped back with one cold Instagram comment, and the internet exploded. No drama, no interview, just dominance.
Not enough people care, and now people care.
Kelsey tried to drag the Golden Goose and ended up getting cooked silently. If you ride with Caitlin Clark and her silent power, drop a CC22 in the comments right now.
They've been shunning Caitlin Clark and her fans, that they're jealous of Caitlin and they want theirs.
Let's break down how Clark just crushed the hate and came out on top.
People can watch WNBA when Caitlin Clark is playing and when it's interesting to them for that reason.
Caitlin Clark helping secure a massive media rights deal. And let's be real, it's her viewership, it's her motion, her needle movement that has caused that to happen.
It all started at the WNBA All-Star Game, a weekend meant to unite the league. Instead, Kelsey Plum used the spotlight to take a shot. In a post-game press conference,
Kelsey Plum, she was taking a shot at Caitlin Clark's situation involving the "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirt.
She said, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were present.
Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
No names, but we all knew who she meant. Plum tried to paint Caitlin Clark as selfish, like she wasn't standing with her teammates during the Pay Us What You Owe Us protest. But here's what Plum didn't mention. Clark wasn't even playing in the game.
Caitlin Clark has already been ruled out.
She was back home recovering.
I mean, this year she's not playing well. She's hurt. She's not there for all the games.
Literally ruled out before the weekend even began. She didn't need a t-shirt to prove she supports fair pay.
The t-shirt, just United front, was determined this morning.
She's the reason the league...
Get well, Caitlin. Take all this time that you need. This lady has got to be completely stressed out.
...even has leverage in these negotiations. And fans saw right through it. Even Sabrina Ionescu looked uncomfortable sitting next to Plum.
Look at Sabrina's face. Sabrina was hella mad.
Look at Sabrina's reaction to Plum's comment. It says a lot.
Her body language said it all. You crossed a line. So why throw shade at the player bringing the money, the media, and the fans? That's when the internet turned. And Plum's subtle jab became a public mistake. After Kelsey Plum's subtle but loaded dig, most stars would have fired back immediately. A press conference.
Here he is. Here she is.
The t-shirt, just United front, was determined this morning, that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
A tweet, an interview, something. But Caitlin Clark, she didn't say a word.
I don't know. I don't get why you wouldn't want her involved. She's on your side.
No media tour, no Twitter fingers, just silence. And that silence, it was louder than any microphone. While Plum was out there trying to spin headlines, Clark let her influence do the talking. Just days later, Caitlin showed up in a major Nike campaign, splashed across social media and TV screens, standing alone on a global stage. That alone would have been enough. But then came the dagger. Kelsey Plum, an Under Armour athlete, posted from the Nike event.
Kelsey is an Under Armour athlete.
And right underneath her post, Caitlin Clark jumps in the comments and writes, "Thank you for the Nike ad."
Caitlin Clark commented on her picture, "Thank you for the Nike ad."
Boom. That was it. No insults, no drama.
Post right there is at 5,000 likes.
Just one icy line, and the whole internet erupted. It wasn't just shade, it was power. It was Clark saying, "You tried to drag me, and now you're accidentally promoting my brand." The post blew up. Thousands of likes. Fans caught it instantly. They didn't need her to say more.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover. Her impact is way higher.
Because that one line flipped the entire narrative. Plum's dig now looked desperate. And Caitlin, she looked untouchable. Even more ironic, Plum had to stand at a Nike event, Clark's Turf, while being signed to a rival brand. The optics couldn't have been worse. The internet noticed. The fans noticed. The brands noticed. Clark never called anyone out. She never demanded attention. But in that moment, she owned the spotlight. Because real stars don't chase clout, they attract it. And Kelsey? She didn't respond. No clarification, no clapback, just silence. The kind of silence that happens when you've been outclassed.
But why do you take a shot at the golden goose, Caitlin Clark?
Kelsey Plum might have thought her jab would go unnoticed, or even supported by teammates. But the response that followed, it was a tsunami, not just from fans, not just from Clark's supporters, but from Sabrina Ionescu, Stacey King, Charles Barkley, and countless analysts who saw right through the nonsense. Stacey King, a former NBA champ, said it plainly. Why are you throwing shade at Caitlin Clark? She's the reason y'all are getting paid more. That wasn't just an opinion. It was fact.
$50 to $250 million is the expansion fee.
Since Clark entered the league,
NBA players make 50% of revenues. WNBA players make 9%. And now the merch sales are up 500% and attendance is up, 40%. So they're going to get a raise. There's no question.
Viewership is up. Jersey sales are up 500%. Attendance has skyrocketed. The WNBA's expansion fee went from $50 million to $250 million. Sponsors like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm are fighting for Clark's name.
Caitlin Clark's already rich. She made $11 million this year alone in endorsements off the court. So regardless of how these negotiations go, she's set.
And yet, instead of celebrating that, Kelsey Plum tried to minimize it, and she wasn't alone. Behind that one shady comment was something deeper, a resistance.
They've been shunning Caitlin Clark and her fans, that they're jealous of Caitlin and they want theirs.
A group of players, even parts of the WNBA leadership, who seem uncomfortable with how fast Caitlin's star has risen. Let's be real. Some WNBA veterans have been grinding for years with minimal recognition. And now Caitlin walks in from Iowa and suddenly she's the face of the league. That kind of meteoric rise, it exposes jealousy, it exposes insecurity, and it exposes a system that isn't fully built to support superstars, especially new ones. You could see it in the All-Star press conference. Kelsey's comment wasn't just shady, it was planned. And the moment she said it, Sabrina Ionescu froze. Her expression stiffened. Her body language screamed, "You went too far." Even the fans, many of whom were new to the WNBA because of Caitlin, felt it. Why is the league attacking its biggest draw? Why is the face of growth being treated like a threat? That backlash spread across TikTok, Twitter, YouTube.
Somebody else said, I get the sense they don't like each other.
Reddit, everywhere. One viral tweet said, Kelsey Plum got more press for dissing Caitlin Clark than anything she's done all season. That tells you everything you need to know. And here's the kicker. Clark never responded. She didn't blast anyone. She didn't tweet shade. She simply kept hooping, showing up to her next games, facing physical play and constant targeting. And
Kelsey Plum blows the lid off the joint.
Kelsey Plum, she was taking a shot at Caitlin Clark's situation.
Deem had went viral, bruh. All over the internet. Everybody was talking about it, making videos about it. Caitlin Clark got a little get back at Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum for LA had to take a dig at Caitlin Clark.
Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
But why do you take a shot at the golden goose, Caitlin Clark?
still bawling like a pro. That silence, it made the hate look even more bitter, and it flipped the entire narrative. Plum didn't look powerful, she looked petty. The pay us what you owe us movement.
There's a shirt that says, pay us what you owe us.
Meant to unite players, turned into a symbol of division. Instead of asking why Caitlin didn't wear a t-shirt, people started asking, why are you attacking the only player bringing money to the table?
Everyone's going to be making more because of Caitlin Clark and everyone watching now.
This wasn't just one bad take from one frustrated player. This was the moment that exposed the cracks inside the league. Because here's the ugly truth. Some people inside the WNBA are trying to control, contain, or even silence Caitlin Clark.
Are they going to really treat her like she's one of the owners here?
There's no doubt we've mishandled and underestimated the Caitlin Clark effect.
Not because she's done anything wrong, but because she's done everything right. She shows up, she packs arenas, she's brought in millions of new fans. And instead of building around her, some players are trying to box her out. Even parts of the media and league leadership have been hesitant.
Kelsey Plum did not reply. So CC definitely fired back, man.
Giving her less coverage than she clearly deserves. And when Clark gets body checked in games, crickets. But when she skips one meeting while injured, suddenly she's being publicly dragged? Come on, it's not about activism. It's not about unity. It's about control. And some people can't handle what happens when real greatness walks into the room. And the truth is, Caitlin didn't ask for any of this. She didn't beg for the spotlight. She earned it with her game, her grace, and her poise under pressure. And that's why she didn't need to fire back at Plum.
There's no reason to drag her because she did not attend.
The fans, the brands, the entire sports world did it for her. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about a petty comment. This is about a league that's being forced to choose. Will it embrace its future, or will it fight it out of fear?
Not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Caitlin Clark didn't clap back with noise. She didn't beg for credit. She didn't play dirty. She played smart. One comment, one moment, total domination. While Kelsey Plum played games, Caitlin played chess. And now she's checkmated every critic in the league. This wasn't just a silent flex. This was a message to the WNBA. You can't box out what's already bigger than the game. She's not just a rookie anymore. She's the leverage. She's the reason the lights are on, the seats are full, and the sponsors are watching. And the haters, they're not stopping her. They're making her stronger. So if you ride with Caitlin Clark, if you respect how she handles pressure, power, and pettiness, drop a CC22 in the comments right now and let the world know. This is her league now, because you don't stop greatness. You either support it or get left behind.